Jai. Okay. Good morning, everyone. So we are continuing our reading of Chaitanya Charitamrita. So from this is Madhya Lila and the chapter 14, performance of Vrindavan pastime. So we start. Jai. Jai Gurudev, Jai Gurudev. Okay, let me take the page here. So, okay, so Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurun Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Dasa Brindavanam Vande Krishna Dasa Prabhum Tata Channavatara Chaitanya Leela Vistara Karino Dvau Nityananda Padabja Karunarenu Bhushito Vyakta Channo Pudau Chintyo Vavande Vyasarupino Shri Guru Gauranga Gandharva Govinda Shaganaihi Saha Jayanti Patahas Chatra Sarvesham Karunartina Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So yesterday we stopped here where Srivas Thakur was actually in the mood of Narada Muni and he was glorifying the Lakshmi Devi actually. And Mahaprabhu then said to Srivas Thakur, my dear Srivas, your nature is like that of Narada Muni, the Supreme Personality of God's opulence is having a direct influence upon you. So remember, this is the Rath Yatra, after the Rath Yatra, and the Jagannath is staying in this temple, Gundicha temple. It represents Vrindavan. And then Lakshmi Devi, so after 5 days, Jagannath has not returned. So Lakshmi Devi is now, coming to get him back, like that. And she's coming with so much opulence, with all her servants, and with so much great opulence is coming. So this is Lakshmi Vijay. This festival is called Lakshmi Vijay or Hera Panchami. Okay. So this is Mahaprabhu was telling Srivas Thakur, because Srivas Thakur and he was saying, oh, look at Lakshmi Devi, she's coming into such a great opulence, and so he was glorifying that. And the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, you have this, the opulence is having a direct influence upon you. Your nature is like that of Narada Muni. But Swarup Damodar, he is a pure devotee of Vrindavan. He does not know what opulence is, and he is simply absorbed in pure devotional service. So, so we are going to continue from verse number 218. So, Swarup kahe Srivasa suna savadhane Vrindavana sampat tomara nahi pare mane. Swarup Damodar then retorted, my dear Srivas, please hear me with attention. You have forgotten the transcendental opulence of Vrindavan. So Swarup Damodar is now going to answer to Srivas Thakur. Vrindavane sahajika ye sampat sindhu dwaraka vaikunta sambatara eka bindu. This is very sweet conversation, happening between this Srivas and Sarup Damodar. The natural opulence of Vrindavan is just like an ocean. The opulence of Dwaraka and Vaikuntha is not even to be compared to a drop. Parama Purusha, Parama Puroshat, Puroshattama Swayam Bhagavan, Krishna Yahan Dhani Tahan Vrindavana Dham. Sri Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, full of all opulences, and his complete opulence is exhibited only in Vrindavan Dham. Chintamani Maya Bhumi Ratnera Bhavana Chintamani Ghana Dasi Charana Bhushana. Vrindavan Dham is made of transcendental touchstone. Its entire surface is the source of all valuable jewels. And the Chintamani stone is used to decorate the lotus feet of the maid servants of Vrindavan. So, because Srivas Thakur is glorifying the opulence of Vaikuntha, Lakshmi Devi. Now, Swarup Damodar is now saying about Vrindavan, the opulence of Vrindavan. And he's saying, yeah, you have forgotten the transcendental opulence of Vrindavan. See, this is how it is. This is actually, the entire surface is the source of all valuable jewels. It's made of transcendental touchstone. And the Chintamani stone is to decorate the lotus feet of the maidservants of Vrindavan. Kalpavrikshala Tharayahan Sahajika Vana Pushpa Phala Vina Kehana Mage Anya Dhana. Vrindavana is a natural forest of desire trees and creepers, and the inhabitants do not want anything but the fruits and flowers of those desire trees. Ananta Kamadenu Tahan Pire Vane Vane Dugdha Matra Dena Kehana Mage Anya Dhane. In Vrindavan, there are cows that fulfill all desires, Kamadenu, and their number is unlimited. They graze from forest to forest and deliver only milk. The people want nothing else. Sagaja lokera kata yahan divya gita sagaja ghamana kare yaiche nritya pratita. In Vrindavan, the natural speech of the people sounds like a music, and their natural motion resembles a dance. Sarvatra jala yahan amrita samana chid ananda jyoti swadhya yahan murtiman. The water in Vrindavan is nectar, and the Brahma Jyoti effulgence, which is full of transcendental bliss, is directly perceived there in its form. Lakshmi jini guna yahan Lakshmira samaja Krishna vamsi kare yahan priya saki kaya. The gopis there are also goddess of fortune, and they surpass the goddess of fortune who abides in Vaikuntha. In Vrindavana, Lord Krishna is always playing his transcendental flute, which is his dear companion. So he's coming out with the glories of Vrindavan. It surpasses everything in Vaikuntha. But they are actually simple. They pose very simple. They don't want all this opulence. That's what he's saying. It's, they have everything, but they don't want it, all these things. They are very, simple, and just they want the fruits and flowers of those desired trees. They do not want all this grand, the opulence. So next, this quote is the beautiful verse from Brahma Samhita. This is quoted by Gurudev. talks about it in many places. And Guru Maharaj too. Beautiful sloka. Shriyat Kanta Kantaha Paramapurushaha Kalpataravo Druma Bhumis Chintamani Ganamayi Toyam Amritam Katha Ghanam Natyam Gamanam Apivam Si Priyasaki Chid Anandam Jyotihi Paramapi Tad Asvadyam Api Icha. So this is a quotation from Brahma Samhita. The damsels of Vrindavan, the gopis, are super goddesses of fortune. The enjoyer in Vrindavana is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna. The trees there are wish-fulfilling trees, and the land is made of transcendental touchstone. The water is all nectar. The talking is singing, and the walking is dancing. And the constant companion of Krishna is his flute. The effulgence of transcendental bliss is experienced everywhere. Therefore, Vrindavan Dham is the only relishable abode. So this is Vrindavan, description of Vrindavan. There's another verse. Chintamani charana bhushanam mangananam shringara pushpa taravastaravaha suranam vrindavane vrajadanam nanu kamadenu vrindani cheti sukha sindur raho vibhuti. The anklets on the damsels of Vrajabhumi are made of Chintamani stone. The trees are wish-fulfilling trees, and they produce flowers with which the gopis decorate themselves. There are also wish-fulfilling cows, kamadhenus, which deliver unlimited quantities of milk. These cows constitute the wealth of Vrindavan. Thus, Vrindavan's opulence is blissfully exhibited. So, this is the opulence of Vrindavan. It's not compared, Vaikuntha cannot compare with this. That's what he's saying. So this is a verse written by Bilvamangal Thakur. So, Suni Prema Vesha Nritya Kare Srivasa Kaksha Thali Bhajaya Kare Atta Attahasa. Srivas then began to dance in ecstatic love. He vibrated sounds by slapping his armpits with the palms of his hands, and he laughed very loudly. So this is Srivas Thakur. First he was glorifying Vaikuntha. Probably it is not really intentional. It's probably now it brings out, right? When he talks about that now, Swarup Damodar brings out the glories of Vrindavan. Then he is in ecstasy. He danced in ecstatic love. Radhara Suddha Rasa Prabhu Avesha Sunila Sei Rasa Veshe Prabhu Nritya Arambila. Thus Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu heard these discussions about the pure transcendental mellow of Srimati Radharani. Absorbed in transcendental ecstasy, the Lord began to dance. Rasa Veshe Prabhura Nritya Swarupera Ghana Bala Bala Bali Prabhu Pate Nija Karna. While Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was dancing in ecstatic love and Swarup Damodar was singing, the Lord said, "Go on singing, go on singing." The Lord then extended his own ears. Braja Rasa Gita Suni Prema Uttalila Purushottama Grama Prabhu Preme Basayila. Thus Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's ecstatic love was awakened by hearing the songs of Vrindavan. In this way, he inundated Purushottama, Jagannath Puri, with love of Godhead. Lakshmi Devi yata kale gela nija gara Prabhu nritya kare haila tritiya prahara. Finally, the goddess of fortune returned to her apartment. In due course of time, as Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was dancing, afternoon arrived. Chari sampradaya gana kari bahu shranta haila Mahaprabhura prema veshe dviguna bharila. After much singing, all four Sankirtan parties grew fatigued. But Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's ecstatic love increased twofold. Radha prema veshe prabhu haila say murti nityananda dhure deki karile nastuti. While dancing absorbed in Srimati Radharani's ecstatic love, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared in her very form. Seeing this form from a distant place, Nityananda Prabhu offered prayers. Nityananda Dekiya Prabhu Bhava Vesha Nikate na Aise Rake Kicha Dhura Desha. Seeing the ecstatic love of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Nityananda Prabhu did not approach but remained a little distance away. Nityananda Vina Prabhu ke dare konjana Prabhur Aveshana Yayana Rahe Kirtana. Only Nityananda Prabhu could catch Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, but the ecstatic mood of the Lord would not stop. At the same time, Kirtan could not be continued. They're all, Mahaprabhu is actually in ecstasy, dancing, and but the other Kirtan, the parties, they actually, grew fatigued, so they could not be continued. Bhangi kari swarupa sabhara shrama janayila bhakta ganera shrama deki prabhura bhagya haila. Swarup Damodar then informed the Lord that all the devotees were fatigued. Seeing this situation, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came to his external senses. Shabha Bhaktalana Prabhu Gela Pushpodhyane Vishrama Kariya Kaila Madhyanika Snane. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu then entered the flower garden with all his devotees. After resting there for some time, he finished his afternoon bath. Jagannatera prasada aila bahu upahara lakshmira prasada aila vivida prakara. Then there arrived in large quantities a variety of food that had been offered to Sri Jagannath and the variety that had been offered to the goddess of fortune. Sabhalana nana range karila bhojana sandhya snana kari kaila Jagannatha darshana. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu finished his afternoon lunch, and after his evening bath, he went to see Lord Jagannath. Jagannatha Deki Karena Nartana Kirtana Narendre Jale Krida Karena Lana Bhakta Ghana. As soon as he saw Lord Jagannath, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu began to chant and dance. Afterward, accompanied by his devotees, the Lord enjoyed sporting in the lake called Narendra Sarovar. Remember that? We went to the Narendra Sarovar, actually. No, this is in Jagannath Puri. Narendra Sarovar, a big, it's a big lake, Narendra Sarovar. We went to that lake. Yeah, this is in Jagannath Puri. Yeah. उद्याने आसिया Kailavana Bhojana Ye Mata Krida Kaila Prabhu Ashtadhina. Then entering the flower garden, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu took his meal. In this way, he continuously performed all kinds of pastimes for 8 days. Aradhine Jagannate Bithara Vijaya Rate Chari Jagannatha Chale Nijalaya. The next day, Lord Jagannath came out from the temple and riding on the car, returned to his own abode. So Jagannath is going back to the temple. He was in Gundicha temple and then now he's going back. Purvavat Kaila Prabhulana Bhaktagana Parama Anande Karena Nartana Kirtana. As previously, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and his devotees again chanted and danced with great pleasure. It's another 10 verses. Can we finish it? Yeah, maybe another 10 verses. Jagannatera Puna Pandu Vijay Haila Yeka Guti Patta Dhori Taha Tuti Gela. During the Pandu Vijay, Lord Jagannath was carried, and while he was being carried, a bunch of silken ropes broke. Pandu Vijayere Tuli Pati Putiyaya Jagannatera Bhare Tula Udhiya Palaya. When the Jagannath deity is carried at intervals, he is placed on cotton pads. When the ropes broke, the cotton pads also broke due to the weight of Lord Jagannath, and the cotton floated in the air. Kulina Grami Ramananda Satyaraja Khan Tanre Agnya Dila Prabhu Kariya Sammana. Ramananda and Satyaraj Khan were present from Kulinagram, and Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu with great respect gave them the following orders. E patta dorira tumi havo yajamana prati vatsare ani bedori kariya nirmana. The Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu ordered Ramananda and Satyaraj Khan to become the worshippers of these ropes and every year bring silken ropes from their village. So Prabhupada is saying it is understood that silken rope was being manufactured by the local inhabitants of Kulinagram. Therefore, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu asked Ramananda Vasu and Satyaraj Khan to get the ropes every year for Lord Jagannath's service. Eta bhali dhila tanre chinda patta dhori iha deki karibe dori ati dhrida kari. After telling them this, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu showed them the broken silken ropes, saying, just look at this sample. You must make ropes that are much stronger. E patta dori te haya sesha adhishtana dasha murti hana eho seve bhagavan. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu then informed Ramananda and Satyaraj Khan that this rope was the abode of Lord Sesha, who expands himself into 10 forms and serves the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Bhagyavan Satyaraja Vasu Ramananda Seva Ajñapana Haila Parama Ananda. After receiving orders from the Lord for the rendering of service, the fortunate Satyaraj and Ramananda Vasu were highly pleased. Prativatsara Gundichate Bhakta Gana Sange Patta Dorilana Aise Ati Badarange. Every year thereafter, when the Gundicha temple was being cleansed, Satyaraj and Ramananda Vasu would come with other devotees and with great pleasure bring the silken rope from their village. They were manufacturing the silken ropes. Tabe Jagannatayai Vasila Simhasane Mahaprabhu Gare Ayilalana Bhakta Gane. Thus Lord Jagannath returned to his temple and sat on his throne, while Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu returned to his residence with his devotees. Emata Bhaktagane Yatra Dekhaila Bhaktagana Lana Brindavana Keli Kaila. Thus Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu showed the Ratha Yatra ceremony to his devotees and performed the Brindavana pastimes with them. Chaitanya Gosanira Leela Ananta Apara Sahasra Vadanayara Nahi Paya Para. The pastimes of Lord Chaitanya are unlimited and endless. Even Sahasra Vadana, Lord Sesha, cannot reach the limits of his pastimes. Shri Rupa Raghunatha Pade Yara Asa Chaitanya Charita Amrita Kahe Krishna Dasa. Praying at the lotus feet of Sri Rupa and Sri Raghunath, always desiring their mercy, I, Krishna Das, narrate Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, following in their footsteps. Thus end the Bhaktivedanta purpose to Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya Leela, 14th chapter, describing the Hera Panchami Yatra. So that's the end. Jai Shri Chaitanya Charitamrita ki jai, Shri Krishna Das Kaviraj Goswami ki jai, Shri Vrindavan Das Thakur ki jai, Shri Chaitanya Bhagavata ki jai, Shri A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Srila Bhakti Sundar Govinda De Goswami Maharaj ki jai, Srila Bhakti Rakha Sridhar De Goswami Maharaj ki jai, Srila Bhagavan Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada ki jai, Shri Rupanuga Guru Varga ki jai, Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda ki jai, Namachari Haridas Thakur ki jai, Nitai Gaura Premanande Haribol. Maybe I'll just read a couple of paragraphs here and then we'll finish. So yesterday we were talking about, Guru Maharaj was telling about the three kinds of devotees, right? There's first class devotees, second class and third class, so their qualities. So the next section is called Fight Against Maya. When a devotee's social life is also affected and controlled by his spiritual principles, he becomes a second-class devotee. When he adopts such a form of life, he is fit to help others. He won't be affected by foreign unfavorable association, and because he has already practiced and is settled in that form of life, he knows how to deal with others and keep up his spiritual vitality. Because he has practiced in that way, he can be eligible to initiate disciples. He is qualified to help others because he has already transformed himself in his dealings with the outside environment. He can keep up his standard by fighting with the agents of Maya. He has already proved that he has kept up his spiritual position, so he can be relied upon and entrusted with the power of Acharya. There is still another standpoint by which the qualifications of a devotee have been expressed to us in the revealed scriptures. One whose reliance, regard, and faith is in the Shastra, who attentively observes all the rules and regulations and practices that are found in the scriptures, and whose practices and social activities are colored by his faith in God, is an intermediate devotee. And one who acts according to his faith in Krishna in every stage, whatever circumstances there may be, is a first-class devotee. His faith in Krishna is his main guidance. In whatever circumstances he may be in, with body, mind, and soul, in thought, word, and deed, In every way, he does everything for the service of Krishna. He is the topmost devotee of Krishna. So, from these different standpoints, the stages of a devotee, a servant of Krishna, have been expressed to us in the scriptures. Okay, so probably we'll stop here. The time is already 8 o'clock. So, Jai Shri Guru and His Grace Ki Jai, Srila Bhakti Sridhar Deva Swami Maharaj Ki Jai, Srila Bhakti Sundar Govinda Deva Swami Maharaj Ki Jai, Nitai Gaura Premanande Hari Bol. To sing Hari Haraya. Prabhu, Hari Haraya.
Hari Haraya Nama Krishna Jadavaya Namaha.
Hari Haraya Nama Krishna Yadavaya Namaha. Yadavaya Madhavaya Keshavaya Namaha. Dari Gopinath Madana Mohan. Shri Chaitanya Nityananda Shri Advaita Kanda. Jagadhara Shiva Shri Guru Bhakta Vrinda. Jaya Rupa Samasa Sakya Raghunath.
Sundaju Ki Jai.
Jai.
All glory to Vishnupad Paramahamsa Prabhaja Kuchai Vari Astotar Sata Shri Shima. Shri Bhakti Sundar Govinda Deva Swami Maharaj Ki Jai. All glory to Vishnupad Paramahamsa Prabhaja Kuchai Vari Astotar Sata Shri Shima. Shri Bhakti Lata Shri Deva Swami Maharaj Ki Jai. All glory to Vishnupad Paramahamsa Prabhaja Kuchai Vari Astotar Sata Shri Shima. Shri Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Ki Jai. All glories to Rupanuga Guru Varga Ki Jai. All glories to Namacharya Sri Haridas Thakur Ki Jai. All glories to Sri A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada Ki Jai. Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vidya Ki Jai. Sri Madhudeva Sabhushni Ki Jai. Sri Krishna Satyavati Prabhu Ki Jai. Sri Narotam Shamananda Sri Nivasaracharya Prabhu Ki Jai. Sri Vrindavan Thakur Ki Jai. Sahabashari Sri Nityananda Prabhu Ki Jai. Sahabashari Sri Mahaprabhu Ki Jai. All glories to Sri Rupa Sanatana Padavakana Sri Jiva Gopalapata Dasarakana Sri Goswami Vrindavan Ki Jai. Jai Sri Radha Krishna Gopa Gopinath Shami Kumari Kunti Govardhan Ki Jai. Sri Lakshmi Vivaha Devi Ki Jai. Shri Bhakti Vigna Vinashaya Sri Nisangita Ki Jai. Bhakti Prahlad Maharaj Ki Jai. Sankirtana Maharaj Ki Jai. Grantaram Srimad Bhagavatam Chaitanya Charitamrita Ki Jai. All glories to Tersi Mahavani Ki Jai. All glories to Tersi Purukame Ki Jai. Krishna Vaishnava Vaishnava Sabha Ki Jai. Alpana Vaishnava Chaitanya Ki Jai. Tadya Sakamat Ki Jai. Sri Chaitanya Saraswati Ki Jai. Vishwa Vyaki Tadya Sakamat Ki Jai. Sri Maya Ki Jai. Sri Namba Ki Jai. Vindhyam Ki Jai. Ki Jai. Bharadesa Ki Jai. Janmati Ki Jai. Govinda Kun Ki Jai. Chittadasa Kaligari. Jai Harinam Sankirtan Ki Jai. All glories to all the assembled devotees Ki Jai. All glories to devotees all over the world Ki Jai. All glories to Sri Chaitanya Saraswati Ki Jai. This one go with Premanandi Hari Bol.